This is Dr. A. Maheshwari. Today, I'm going to discuss that data manipulation and image handling. Okay, how the images we can compare. Okay, and before discussing of image handling, if you are going to compare that images or a face recognize anything, if you are going to do, so what I have to do is before that the image is not directly compared. What it should do is first the image is converted in terms of encodings. The encoding should be stored in that array format. Okay, after storing of our array only, we can able to handle whether the arrays are equal or not, within that values are equal or not. That way only we can able to handle our images. So suppose you want to handle all those particular comparison, first we must know that array concept. That is only that data manipulation, how we can create arrays. Within that arrays, one-dimensional or two-dimensional array, how we can create. So, and also how we can handle the values within the arrays, whether we can able to access the values or we can able to print like a range of elements, everything we can able to do with the help of our syntax of array concept. If you know that particular things, automatically, easily we can handle our images. We can store our images in the format of array. Okay, first we'll discuss that data manipulation, everything, both data manipulation and image handling. I'm going to show in that collab only, the demo only. Okay, then today and tomorrow we'll discuss that only that demo class. So just you can follow my instruction, follow whatever I'm doing in my screen, you can do in your screen also. Easily you can get how the face we can recognize. Okay, you can download your own face also. Okay, everything we can do in our collab. Okay, everybody know that collab, right? That editor, all of you can please make a open it and we'll do that instructions. I'll also open my collab. So I'll create a new one. This is already a worked one. So whenever you want to create any new notebook, you can go here, this file. So new notebook will be opened. Okay, here I want to do all kind of array related functions. Okay, how we can handle that arrays. Suppose if you are going to handle that arrays or any kind of numbers within that images also, if you are going to handle that encodings, everything should be handled only with the help of some libraries. That libraries you have to load. Before that, you can use this text also. What is it meaning of that syntax? You can use this particular text, that is a command box. In that box, non-executable statement only, you can use this particular text box. Click this one. So it is here only my code is there. I want this text before of this code, that is also possible. Here some menus is there, no, here you can click this one. So now it will goes up. So in this place, you can type. Now, first I want to load my library. Whenever you are going to handle that numbers or array concept, you have to import the library. That is very important. So you can give it as a load the library. Like that, you can give your own name. Okay. So before also, I want to know that here in this place, I want to enlarge my word. So you can give it like this. It will be like this. And also I want to bold this particular characters, you can give here. So now it will be like this. Okay, after that, I don't want this text again. I want this code. So in this menu, you can, in this particular place, you can type your command, whatever you want. Okay. Okay. So what is that library? We can use it as import followed by numpy as NP. This is a variable. Okay, whenever we are going to call this particular library, you can use this variable. Use your own name also. Okay, after that, you can run this particular things. Whether it's working or not, we'll check. It's working. And one more thing, before execution of any images. Now we are going to handle only the numbers. Numbers is no need of changing our runtime, but we are going to handle that images. We have to change our runtime as a GPU. Go to this particular runtime. Here have this change runtime type is there. Here you can check out this place. You can change it as a GPU. So your image handling libraries should be handled only with the help of this runtime. So you can use this particular things. After that, you can use a save. Okay, listen, all of you, please follow that. This is only the first instruction. You can follow here. First, you can use this text. You can type the things, whatever that command's name, you can give here. After that, you can use this code. So here you can import your library name as a NumPy. Okay, this is executed successfully. After that, I want next thing is will be of, I want to know the version of this NumPy. Okay, that is also possible. So you can give it in this text as a version name. Before that, you can give it as a #2# followed by the name. What is the syntax name? Okay, here I'm going to give here. After that, you can select this particular version. You can give a bold. Next, you can click code. Like that, it will be. Here is also, you can check out the table of content. Everything will be loaded here. Easily, we can refer which particular things we want. After computation of this particular, everything will be loaded in cloud now. So after that also, you can view all those details, right? So now the version syntax is, the NumPy is already stored in this variable, right? So here you have to give np dot double time, you can press underscore, followed by, you can give a version. Then you can give double time underscore. That's all. Now you can check. It shows error. Why? Because it's you have to run. Sometimes automatically it should be come out of our things. So here it's there no name error. Name NP is not defined. Okay, that time what you have to do is, again you can execute your library. Then you can execute your version. Yes, it shows like this. This is only that a latest version of this library. Okay, next thing is, I want to create one list. Okay, I'm going to give a name as a create a list with the numbers of from 0 to 9. Okay, so before that, I want to enlarge my words. So I can give like this, and also I can give bold. So after that, you can use a code. Yes, create a list with the numbers from 0 to 9. So how can I create a list is, it's very simple. So you can give whatever name you want. This is a user defined name. So you can, I'm going to give capital L is equal to list. This is a keyword followed by how to give a range within bracket. Suppose if you within that range, this is the both are keywords. Okay, list and range is a keyword. Okay, within that range, you can mention as whatever size you want. Suppose I want only that 10. Okay, from 0 to 9, it will be listed using this 10. Suppose if you have given 20 means it should be listed like 0 to 19. Okay, after that, you can print this. I want to know the value of this L. So you can just press this L alone, type L alone. Okay, now we can execute the syntax. Is you can able to view 0 to 9. You can also give 0 to some 50. Okay, you can check out. Yes, 0 to 50 will be 0 to 49. 50 numbers. So 0 to 49 will be printed on the screen. Okay, so now I'll change 5 alone. These are all in the format of array only. Whenever we are using this square bracket, or it will be printed on the screen as in the form of square bracket, everything will be considered as an array. Okay, so next I want to know the type of this particular list. This is integer only, right? So I want to know the type of these things. That is also, I am going to give type of list. Here you can use it as a same format. Again, I'm going to use a code. The type is also how to check only that within that array. because the numbers are stored in the form of array, no? So here is also how to mention as an array format. So here you can give type of any variable you can give, because we have a many values is there. It's not a single value. It should be of a 5 values we are having, right? So each and every value should be referred. After that only it should says whether it is integer or character, like that. So how to mention here as a type of I, followed by how to use a for I in the list. Here whatever you mention, no, that things you have to mention here. Next, we can check out whether it work or not. Yes, it shows like an integer. Okay, the I meaning is called as, it will reference the indexing for the L, list L. Okay, repeatedly you want to know all the values, no? So why we are using here as a for, right? So next is, I want to convert this integer in the form of a character. So character is everybody, we know that. Okay, this value is, this particular value 0 is in the form of like, next I use one more text. Suppose your integers 0 is represented like this, means we can consider this as a character. Otherwise, we can give a single quote. Within that, I'm going to give a. This is also considered as a character. Single quote, you have given anything, the length should be of 1 is there, means automatically we can consider that should be of a character. Now I want to convert this L into characters. How can I convert this? That is also possible. Okay, converting int to character. Okay. So again, you have to, I'm going to check only that array, right? So I have to use a square bracket. Within that, you can use a syntax of a string. This is a keyword. So use any variable, string of I. So after that, you have to refer all values, right? The same format of whatever we used in the type, you have to use here. So for I in the list name is L. Okay, now we can check out whether it's working. Yes, it's working. So your values are like this only, right? This is only your values. That values are in the form of a characters. Okay, so clear this one up to this is. So we import that library and we check that version and we created one list, right? And we checked whether what is the type of the list, and also we converted our list into some kind of a characters. I is a variable. I is a variable. Version step, why you got error? So I have to do like this format only. So, okay, I'll repeat one more time also, please listen. I'll repeat one more time also, please listen, all of you. So first we have to go to this particular runtime. Okay, all of you, please open this Colab, then only it will be easy. Otherwise, you can follow my instruction afterwards. I'll share this particular notebook or this editor, I'll forward you. Okay, no worries. So first, what I have to do is go to this runtime. Here, change runtime type is there. Click this one. And you can change this one. 3 mode is there. No, change this GPU. And you can use an option as save. Okay, that meaning is whenever after this session we are going to use an image, no, that time the images library should be handled only this particular runtime. So change this particular mode. First, this is only that first instruction I explained, right? So the meaning of this one is whenever you want to do any kind of instruction, before that you can use this text box. This is only for our reference. We can type what we are doing in our particular code, that we can write our own style. So here, this is a library function. This library function is only for handling of numbers and arrays. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss that arrays only. So why I'm going to import this library. This library name is import. You have to use like this only. So import numpy as followed by this variable. This NP you can give your own name also. That is your wish. Okay, this is only that a variable name. User defined variable name. Before this particular things, I typed here text load the library. That's all. Okay. Next thing is I want to know the version of this library. So the version can be used this syntax. The syntax is very simple. You have to put it as NP, the variable name. No, here whatever name you have given that can use here, and dot symbol. And 2 times you have to use it as an underscore. 2 times you have to use, and followed by that version. And 2 times you have to use it this underscore. Now you can check, please, you can check your things whether you got this one or not. This is only Colab. Oh, runtime, the import command, first then running the version command works the way you. Square bracket only for the purpose of array concept. Whenever we are going to handle, no, that time, how to use it as a square bracket. Please, all of you follow the things. Okay, I explain repeatedly, right? GPU is the one, the runtime I changed as GPU. That meaning it's called as only for the purpose of we are going to handle that images. Okay, suppose we are going to handle any kind of images. So in that situation, you have to use this particular some kind of libraries we are going to import. That particular libraries only support this particular runtime. That is only I told. Okay. This is a graphics processing unit. Graphics processing unit. So whenever we handle that images, no, that time you have to use this particular things. Otherwise, your images will not be loaded in this particular place. Okay, right. So this is a version checking. Next, you want to create quickly. I'll tell you that what is that the 4 commands. Okay. First one is to create a list with some numbers. Whatever range you want to give, you can give it. Suppose I'm going to give L is equal to, this is only that a syntax, okay, keywords. List of range of here, whatever things you mention, no, according to that, the things will be displayed to the screen. Suppose I'm going to give 10. So 10 meaning is it start with 0, end with 9. So total size of array should be of a 10. You can also give 50, 100, 1 lakh, like that you can give here. All these values will be stored in this L. After that, I'm going to give L means whatever that values inside of my L array, that should be printed on the screen. Okay, you can also give 500, anything you can give that should be printed on the screen like this. I want to know the type of list, that is also possible. So only you have to check within that square bracket type, or you want to convert your integers to string also, you have to use a square bracket. So within that square bracket, first you have to mention the syntax should be of a type. Type only I need, right? So here you can mention as a type. Followed by, this is a variable, I is called as a variable. Why I use this variable is only for the purpose of I'm moving many values I have now in this list. I want to check 0 to 9. So I need a I value. That I variable, what it will do, first it will check that 0. Next it will check that 1. Next it will move to 2. Like that, till it goes on 9, it will be working. We need to work now. So we use this particular I variable. And also before this, you have to use a for loop. For loop only that iteration. Okay, this is again another keyword. The in is also another keywords. So type, for, in. All these three things will be called as a keywords. It should be how to use. After that only I can able to follow this all values inside of my L. So that will be printed. All are integers only, right? That should be printed on the screen. Like I want to convert your integer, whatever, this is only integer, right? This type I want to convert in the form of a character. When we say yes, things is called as a character, if it is in the form of a single quote. If you are representing anything in the single quote, you can say that thing is called as a character. So I want to convert the character in the sense, again, you have to use it as a square bracket, same format of the type checking. Only thing is the type, how to use it as a string. The remaining is everything is same. For is same, I is there, N is L, everything is same. Only thing is here, how to use it as a string. That's all. You can check that all the values should be in the form of a character. Clear, right? Clear this one, follow this instruction. It's easy only, it's nothing. Okay. Square bracket only for the purpose of array. Without using square bracket, it won't take account. Error inversion. So how to open GPUs? Go to this runtime. Go to this runtime. Here, change runtime type is there. Click this one. Okay. Then here GPU is there. Here you can change it and save where already I saved. Okay, here you can change where type. After that you can choose this particular save option. Okay, clear this one? Right. So if you are not able to get that runtime option, please, you can use in that local time itself. Because whenever we are going to image only, that runtime is needed, okay? So if NP is not defined, no, then you have to run your library again. Okay, you saved, right? Good. So after showing name, NP is not defined, no, your runtime is changed, no. So again, you can execute your library. Yes, you can use it. You can use any notebook. Good, good. Okay, I'll move on to that next one. Okay, please all of you follow this one. First, you can click this text. Okay, now I want to create an array. Okay, again, the same process, 2x hash. I'm going to create an array. So you can use it as a create array. Array is, we know that, right? Array is a collection of similar elements. You are going to create some kind of elements. Then we can give that particular name is called as a array. List and array is the same thing only. And also I want to bold this one. You can use this one. So after that, you can click this code. Okay. Now the array can be created with the help of NumPy. So, okay, the NumPy, whatever variable you mention, no, that variable only here you have to use. So first I have to give NP dot, okay. Suppose this is only that a empty array, or I can call it as a very basic array. So I'm going to give a zeros in my array. So you can give it as a zeros. Okay, these are all called as a built-in function only. Okay, so you can give it as NP dot zeros. Within bracket, have to mention the two parameters. One should be of a size of your array. Second one should be of a data type of your array. Clear? Very simple. I'll repeat again. So first one is you have to mention your what is that variable you copied in your NumPy. So that is available in NP. That I have to give here. Followed by dot symbol. Followed by how to use it is I want to create my array should be in the form of zeros. In all places, I need a value of zeros. So you can give it as zeros. Either you can give us zeros or ones. Only two ways you can able to give. And also you can give a different values that I'll tell you. We have a 4 format of array creation is there. This is the first format. Okay, zeros. After that, within that bracket, you have to mention as a two things, two parameters you have to mention. Okay, the first parameter should be of a size of array. So I'm going to give 5. Followed by, you can use a comma operator. Next, you have to mention that a type of array. Type of array is like I have to use a keyword as data type. The type. Okay, this is a D type is called as a data type. I have to mention as a data type. That is equal to, so I have to within a single quote, I have to mention what is the data type you want. Either you want an integer value or you want a float value, like that you have to mention here. Suppose I want only that integer, so you can give int here. You can execute this one. Yes, this is array of, what is the size I mentioned here? 5, right? So 5 places will be allocated. That should be in the form also square bracket. That is in the form of integer. You can also give a float value here. That is also possible. Okay, so I'm going to change int into float. You can check. Yes, 0 0. Everything you can check out. Right? Right. And one more thing, this zeros you can also use like a ones. Okay. Yeah, you can give characters also. Zeros and ones, it's only for that empty array. Okay. Name error. Name error means you can execute your library one more time. Execute your library one more time. Yeah, 2-dimensional array also we can make it. I'll tell you. np dot zeros 10 comma data type is equal to float. Zeros, change that one. Is that EROS? So you typed ES. Change that one. Yes, 0 is a keyword. 0 is a keyword. Okay. Next, I'll move on to that. Next one as a, I'm going to use it as a one more keyword as a ones. Okay. I want to create an array with the ones. So you can give it as same format np dot ones followed by, you can give the size. First one as a size. So I'm going to give a size as a 10 followed by the type of my array. So that is also you can give within a single quote. You can mention as an integer. Now you can check. Yes, it's printing like a 10, the size of array is a 10 and it's printed like a ones in the array. Only that zeros keyword and ones keywords available that you can use like this. Okay, and one more thing of this particular format we are having is you can also define our values. That value is how we can define it. Use that your variable as a library variable as a np dot array. Okay, within that bracket, and after that you can use a square bracket. Within that I have to use it as a square bracket. Here I have to mention as a value. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Okay, now we can execute this function. This is your own values, right? You can also change like a 10, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. You can check out. Yes, you got some, the whatever values you mentioned here, no, that is will be printed on the screen. Okay, this is one way of representation. This is only in the form of zeros. This is another way representation. This is like a ones will be printed on the screen. A third should be of a numbers, whatever numbers you want that you can store within that array. So after that, that will be printed. Okay, you can also store this particular things into some other variable. Suppose I want to store this particular values into y. So I can give y is equal to this syntax. After that, you can use a y. So the values will be printed, yes. Clear, right? So next, you can also use a third format. I told 4 format is there for a creation of array, right? This is a 0 format, this is a 1 format, this is a whatever value you want that you can use it. And one more thing is I have a x is equal to, within square bracket, you can mention your values. This is also possible. Okay, in the image, we are going to use like this only. If you are mentioning within that image, if you are going to mention within that square bracket 0 means that will be considered as a one-dimensional array. Suppose if you are going to consider as a double square bracket means that will be considered as a two-dimensional array. Like that, your images will be converted, the encoding format. Okay, this is only that things. So this is array. This is also one way of representation of array. So how it will be works. So after that, you can print your x value using this syntax. Check out. Yes. Clear this one, right? So only this 4 ways I can able to view my values, or I can able to store my values into my array. This is also, you can store one variable and after that you can print on the screen. That is also possible. Okay. So and one more concept we are having, that is a range. A range is also used for the creation of array. Okay, the range is like, so you can give it as a np dot a range. Within that, not arrange, this is called as a range. So after that, you can give it as a 10. Your size should be of a 10. So what it will do is, it's again is in the same format of list. List, what it will do, what is the syntax? We know that list of range of within that size, no, like that here is the arrange of 10. So it shows like a 1 to 0 to 9. The values will be printed. This is same syntax of our list. Okay, right. Yeah, you can use it. Yes. Arrays look like a list only. Combination of strings, we should not, right? Arrays look like a similar elements. Yeah, fourth one is, because that is also one way of representation. Why? Because we use this one as, okay, Kavita, from Kavita, right? Fourth one, why we not use that NP, right? That is one way of representation. Whenever we are going to represent our array format within square bracket, automatically compiler understood this variable will be as an array. That is also possible. We can use it. The images we are going to use like this only, right? Right. Yeah, I'll go first. Right. Next is, I want to access these values. Okay, so accessing of these values also possible. So how can I access the values of yeah, these are all basics. Okay, I can give, for example, this, consider this array. Okay, I'm going to print again this array. So I can give X alone. That will be printed here. So after that, I want to know that all the values in Python will be stored like the indexing start from 0. So X of 0 is consist of the value 25. The one is in that 56. The second indexing refers 78. Okay, like the third indexing refer a 90, like that. Now I want to know that X of 0. You check out 25 will be printed on the screen. Okay, right. I want to know that this is 1, 2, 3, right? So I'm going to give X of 3. You can check out whether 90 will be printed. Yes, 90 will be printed on the screen. You can also use like the reverse format. From this position to this position also you can able to access. How we can access it? The last value always refer in the form of -1. So I'm going to give, okay, here, okay, I am going to give X of -1. So 90 will be printed, right? 90 is there, no? So 78 I want to show on the screen means what is the syntax we have to use? 78 should be, I want to know that on the screen. So what is it? -2. Good, good. Suppose you want to like that, you have to decrease your indexing. This is -3, this is -4. Okay, X of 2 means 78 only printed. Yeah, you can give X of 2 is, X of 2 if you are given means 78 will be printed. -2 is also 78 will be printed. Okay, not from 0, it is started. Here it is started from 0, here it is started from -1. Okay, right. So next thing is, you can also replace your values. Suppose I want to replace this 90 as 100. Okay, so you can give it as X of either, you can give it as a 3 or you can give it as -1. Suppose I'm going to give -1 is equal to 90. Okay, then you can print your X value also. Yes, so sorry. Again, I typed 90. You can give 100. Yes, it is changed. The replacing is also possible, right? Suppose I want to, next thing is I'm going to tell you that array slicing, how we can refer that range of elements. Okay, the range of elements. Suppose you can create where already created one value, any value is like this. I want to take this particular value, right? Y. So here I'm going to execute Y again. Yes, that will be printed. Okay. So now I want to know that the range in the sense only that a few elements or of some elements you can able to print on the screen. So for example, you can give it as Y of square bracket colon 3. So what should be printed on the screen is, it should be printed up to that third values. Okay, you check out. So 10, 20, 30 is the output. From the beginning to the third position, whatever that value is, that should be printed on the screen. Suppose I want to print up to that fourth position, you can give it as colon 4. The reverse is also possible. You can give it as Y of square bracket. You can give it as 4 colon. So what is the output of 4 colon is, what it will do? It will start from that. After this fourth position, it will be printed. After fourth position, I have only that 50. Yes, 50 will be printed. Okay, clear this one. This is a starting to third. This is from after 4, the end of the list will be printed. You can also give like a 2. So after 2, I have a 30, 40, 50 that will be printed. Okay, so here is also you can view the elements of even position or odd position, or also you can reverse your array. That is also possible. How we can use the concept of a reversing of array is we can use like a y double colon minus 1. Your array is reversed. Okay, right? You can also use a set sequence. The set sequence is in the form of a one more format that you can use it, like your array name, library, followed by arranged. Within that, you can give, I'm going to start my value as 0, the ending value is 40. The difference of each value, I'm going to give it as a 2. This is like a set sequence, like a 0, 2. Each and every values you can check out, the difference is 2 only. You can also give 4, like that. Okay, this is called as a only these particular things we can array slicing, we can perform in the one-dimensional array. So the two-dimensional array is how we can do that one is, I'll use it as a another text multi-dimensional array. Okay. So I want to create one 2D array or 3D array that should be of a even values. In all the cells, I want to locate that common values. So in that situation, so I'm going to use it as a NP. Your library is NP, followed by how to give it as a full. This is a keyword. So how to give it as a full within bracket, like a zeros, no, in NP dot in single dimensional array, we mentioned like a NP dot zeros, no, like that here I have to mention as a full. Within that, the two things only how to mention. One should be of the size of array. The second one should be of a data type. Here you have to mention this matrix row and column matrix value, followed by how to mention as a values. What is the value you want to fill in your matrix? So here I'm going to give 2, 2. This meaning is the row and column size is 2. And after that, I want to fill in all the places same value. So I'm going to give a some 40. Now we can execute this one. Yes, you got this 2 cross 2. The values are 40 alone. You can also change like a 3 cross 3. Okay, you can also change 5 cross like that. You can change the size of row and column. You can store this value into another variable also. Suppose you can give it as a s is equal to. So after that you can print s. Now s consists of this particular values. Okay, so you can also give a values. This is only 40 is there for all places, right? You want to give values, that is also possible. So what I have to give in this particular place, you have to split your things. Within that square bracket, according to that, I have to give a value. I'll give you, you check out. Here I'm going to give one more variable as a x2 is equal to np dot full. Within that, you can give first one is a row and column size. So here I'm going to give a 3, 3. And after that, I'm going to give like a 3 cross 3 values, right? 3 rows I'm going to fill. So use another bracket. And each and every row should be filled with the square bracket. It's array, right? So how to use it as a square bracket. So use one square bracket. This is my first array. I'm going to give a value 10, 20, 30 and use a comma operator. Next, you can use next array. This is I'm going to give 45, 55, 65. Use another array. So you can use a square bracket 90, 80, 70. Okay, after that, loading of our values, you can print x2 on the screen. Yes, it will be printed. Clear? Clear this one, whether the values are printed. This is only that one values. If you want to print, you want to store in your array, that is possible. Or otherwise, you want to store the different values in your matrix, that is also possible like this way. Okay. So, and one more thing is you can also create an identity matrix. So that should be of a NP dot I. Within that, you can have to mention what is that identity matrix? The diagonals values are 1, right? So how to mention as a 2 means check out what is the output. This is only that a size of a matrix. And also you can change this value as a 3. You check out. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, it is matrix only. So it is printing, it's like an interpreter only. So it will be printed, whatever value you have, no, that alone will be printed automatically. Okay. This is only for the, okay, this is only a predefined function. So it should be displayed like a identity matrix. Okay. So after that, you want to access your values, that is also possible. So you can give it as x2 of, suppose I want to know the value of this place, right? So the first position or the third row, I want to know that value of 70. So how can I give it? So you can give it as the indexing is, it's look like start from 0, 1, 2, right? So you can give here as a 2, okay, comma. This is again 2 only, the column. So you can give it as 2. It's 70 is printing. Okay, you can also give like in the minus value. So you can mention x2 of 2 comma. So from this way, okay, minus 1 in the sense from the right side you have to consider. So 70 you want to print on the screen, you have to give it as minus 1. If you want to print like a 80 means you have to give it as a minus 2. Okay, so here I am going to give minus 2. So 80 will be, yes, it's printing 80. Clear? You can also change value. Suppose I want to change this 55 as a 120. So what is the syntax? I want to change this 55 as a 120. So what is that location now? So this is a 1, right? The row name is a 1. The column value is you can take it. Otherwise, you can take from that right to left means this is minus 1, this is minus 2. So you can give minus 2 is equal to, so you can give it as here as a 120. After that, you can print your array also. Yes, it will be printed. Okay. Okay. Next, I'll move on to that array concatenation. So I'm going to create a 3 one-dimensional array. Okay, so I can give it as x is equal to x is equal to, so first one-dimensional array, you can give it as array of square bracket 1, 2, 3, right? So after that, I'm going to create another array as, so I can give it as array of 4, 5, 6. So one more array also I'm going to create, that should be of a within square bracket. I'm going to give some 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to concatenate. So I can give it as np dot concatenate. Okay, within that square bracket, you can mention as well variables x, y, z. So you can also print the values. So that will be printed. Okay, this is a one-dimensional array. 2D also we can perform it. We can concatenate like this way. Okay, suppose I want to store the images here. Now I'm going to explain that how we can store the images, how we can handle the images, or how we can first graph, how we can draw. That is first we'll discuss. Okay, suppose I'm going to take a value of x is equal to 1, 2, 3. Next, I'm going to take a value of 4, 5, 6. In this value, I'm going to use a graph format. In that way, I'm going to print on the screen. So x, y. Both are arrays. I'm going to use like this particular things. Okay. Plot, scatter, x, y. This particular as a, before that, I have to create that libraries for this particular plot. Okay. So the plot syntax is, what is that library is, you can import. That is already there. Just you can click this library. Okay. This is, you have to execute this only. You can able to scatter your values on the graph. Okay. So you can use like this. After that, you have to show this particular values on the screen. So I have to use a plt dot show. Now you can check out. Yes. So where x value is 1, the corresponding y value is 4. Like that it will be placed, right? The x value is 2, so the y value is 5. The x value is 3 and the y value is 6. That will be scattered on the screen. You can also use like a random values, that is possible. How we can use that random value is, we can take it as x is equal to np dot random dot uniform. Within that, I have to mention that values. First, the starting value was 0. The ending should be of a 5, comma, I'm going to give a 5 values. So from the range 0 to 5, it should take a 5 values. Like that, I'm going to give another variable as y is equal to np dot random dot uniform. Within that bracket, you can mention as a 0, 10, comma, you can give some 5 values. Now the x and y value is a random values. After that, I'm going to use this a plt dot scatter. Within that bracket, you can give it as a x, y. You can show your values. So plt dot show off. Okay, you can also use like a 100. Here is also you can use a 100. Yes, you can check out. You can use 1,000 like that. Whatever values range you want, you can take it like this. The range should be of a 0 to 5 only. Here the range should be of 0 to 10 only. From that it will be taking 1,000 values, here 1,000 values. That will be mapped like this. Okay. Suppose I want to like handle some images. I want to load the images. So everything that image handling. So tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, yes, both are same thing only. You can use a TLTR. Lord, ma'am, once more. Yes, I will share this notebook. Okay. This is only that this library you can include first. After that, the values alone. This is arrays. After that, you can use this scatter function. So it will be placed like this. Okay. You can also random in the sense randomly, and it will take a value. You can also print this value on the screen. What is that value inside of this? X. I'm going to give a 10. Here is also I'm going to 10. Here you can use a X value. You can check out whether that X is not printed. So you can give print of X. Yes, this is only that X value. 10 values, right? So you can also give some 4 elements. It shows error. Okay. Okay, that library function I deleted. Okay. Oh, it should be of same size. Okay, you can give a 4 here. Yes, the 4 values are there, right? So we can also print your Y values. So I is only for that you want to know the identity matrix. 1000 dots. Why? Because it's look nice, no? Yes, every time if you open your Colab, you have to not like that. Only thing is you have to load your images only every time you have to upload. Don't change the runtime each and every time. Once you change, no, automatically it will be there in that Colab only. Scatter shows errors means include this library. Include this library. Yes, Y has 10 values, so only the error shows. So uniform in the sense uniformly it should be splitted. No, that only we use this particular things. This is a keyword only. So I'll share my notebook. Okay, I'll share my notebook. So clear this one. These are all very basic only. Okay. These are all very, very basic. You clear this one. Okay, any doubt up to this is? So tomorrow we'll discuss that image handling, how we can upload the images. Okay. How we can handle the images, how we can rotate the images, everything. And also we can compare that faces also, how we can do like that. You can save like this. Here the option is there, no file. Here you can go, here you can save. So, but automatically everything will be saved if you are using a runtime as a GPU. All changes saved. Here it shows no. So everything will be saved. Multi-array in the sense only the thing of you have to use in the form of a full, right? I use no full. This way you can use it as a multi-dimensional array. Sure, I'll send the notebook. Whatever I explained here, no, you can work out. Okay. These are all the very basic only, but if you know these particular arrays only, you can able to handle the images we are going to load, no. So that's why. Okay, any queries? Yes, yes. Thank you all.